freaking Rollins. Montez Ford is one of those people. Montez was blessed with athleticism from the gods.
Case in point.
Montez. Mean streak.
So some of that fire, some of that intensity against Rollins.
When it comes to fire and intensity, Seth Rollins, that vicious edge he brings out in every single match.
Wisely attacking the ribs of Montez Ford.
Big time gut buster that could do
cover. Big kick out, but still pain on the face of Montez Ford. Wisely going back to it. This Seth freaking Rollins.
And the other factor that Montez Ford is dealing with as well is that we know Montez Ford is primarily a tag team competitor. It's very rare to see Montez Ford in a singles match. Just think about the mindset Ford immediately had to adapt here.
Certainly a very different scenario for Montez Ford. Rollins very wisely now just squeezing the breath out of Montez Ford. Minimal exertion from Rollins, but Montez looking to find an escape route.
Beautiful counter to those elbows from Seth freaking Rollins. That experience edge you talked about, Corey, it shows every time he's under attack.
How Rollins has been able to turn the tables multiple times in this matchup. Every time Montez Ford starts to build some momentum, bring together some offense, Rollins turns the tides. You can see the malice on the face of Seth freaking Rollins.
Come on, Taz! Come on, Taz!
Back it off, Seth. He's under the ropes.
Come on, Taz, huh? Come on,
Better be careful. Montez does not take kindly to disrespect.
And that mental edge is something Seth Rollins is always looking for.
Rollins trying to hoist up Montez Ford. He's trying to block it from the apron. Rollins looking for a suplex.
Rollins right between the eyes. Montez now from the top rope.
Oh my God, what a crossbody.
Rollins barely escapes.
Think about how much that crossbody took out of Montez Ford, in particular, the already injured ribs of Montez Ford.
Look at the height. That is truly superhuman. Great accuracy, taking Rollins down right into the pin. But Rollins with a little too much left in the gas tank.
Just enough to kick out before 3. Seth Rollins, his eyes focused, as he said, on bigger things, focused on the head of the table.
And if you're Montez Ford, it's got to be disheartening to deliver the last offensive maneuver, but your opponent is up first. That can be catastrophic for the mentality of a competitor. But maybe not Montez Ford, because here we go.
Fired up right into that tie clinch, straight into the knee.
Oh, pay up, sucker.
Goodness.
Wow. That muscle that Montez Ford has been building over the last few months, it's on display right now.
5 across the eyes of Rollins, and now Ford starting to roll. And Zagiri.
Hoisted all the way up. Finally some sustained offense from Montez Ford.
For the first time in this match, Montez Ford feeling it. That might be it.
Hook to the leg, no.
Somehow, someway, Montez needs to figure out how to keep his foot on the gas pedal. We've seen glimpses of greatness. We've seen near falls. This nearly ended the matchup. A picture-perfect standing moonsault. Outrageous athleticism. But Rollins not ready to quit just yet.
We're continuing to fight through the pain of those damaged ribs.
Standing switch. Montez able to land on his feet. Look out.
And speed on display. Wow. That's it to the cover. Hook of the leg. Always barely finding the will to kick out.
Montez Ford keeps firing his most impactful shots.
And this is where we'll find out how far out of his own comfort zone Montez Ford truly is. A surreal standing blockbuster takes down Rollins, but you could see the frustration beginning to build on the face of Montez Ford. This is an instance where you'd love to have an Angelo Dawkins to tag in. Maybe give them a shot. But this is mano a mano tonight in Houston.
And with Seth freaking Rollins, the gamesmanship, the cruelty, you forget what heart he has and how tough he is as a competitor. We're seeing that tonight.
We assume Ford was trying to make it to the top rope, but Rollins thwarted those plans.
Well, to the roll-up.
Ford able to escape.
escaped right into a super kick to the jaw.
Is Ford out? Not yet.
Well, now it seems to be Montez Ford operating on instinct alone, but this match continues.
Might be about who has the resilience to keep going after moves like this.
This is remarkable that Montez was able to survive a super kick right on the money. But Ford is still in this, despite Seth freaking Rollins' best efforts.
And this crowd here in Houston, Texas, absolutely loving it.
Rollins taking in the moment, preparing to put an end to Montez Ford.
Out of the way of the stomp.
Rolling elbow rocks Tez. Rollins wants the buckle bomb.
Ford still fighting, trying to fight out of this predicament.
Notice how Rollins refusing to relinquish his grip to the best of his ability, but now in the second row. Spectacular.
Tornado DDT, if he can get on top, arm over, 1, 2.
Fortunate set of circumstances for Seth Rollins. He managed to pop up that right foot on the bottom rope.
Talk about ring awareness so frequently because of how important it is. Montez Ford would, in the opinion of many, including myself, have a W in his pocket right now had Rollins not been able to reach that bottom rope. But now,
speaking of that
Montez
W,
Ford from the top.
And for the second time, Ford just too slow, ascending to the top. And what does Rollins have in mind here? Uh-oh.
Tremendous power from Seth Rollins. Buckle bomb in the corner. Ended up Falcon Arrow. Good night. Thanks for coming.
Oh my! Still,
God.
somehow, Montez Ford kicks out.
Kicking out with authority.
Look at this. First, the buckle bomb. And Rollins following up with ease. Falcon Arrow, shoulders down. Both legs hooked. But watch the surprise on the face of Rollins.
Rollins now with an almost crazed look in his eyes. Determined to do whatever it takes to defeat Montez Ford.
Maybe he thought he was taking on a broken Montez Ford after SummerSlam. That is not the case.
Who wants to smoke now, bitch?
Rollins!
Nobody home! No way! Do it, Tez! Do it!
Can Montez Ford have the win of his career?
All the way to the top, onto the knees.
He's right to the ribs.
Stop from Seth Rollins. Oh my God, what a match.
Here is your winner,
Seth freaking Rollins! Wow, wow, wow. What a match. What an effort from Montez Ford, who, while I'm sure it's disheartening, Tez has no reason to hang his head tonight.
Montez Ford traveled to the deep waters with...
No. The match is over.
Rollins isn't done. Rollins has more in mind. Rollins...
Angelo Dawkins just in time.
Goodness for Dawkins.
It could have been disastrous for Montez Ford. And again, even in defeat, the profile of Montez Ford on the rise. The rumors, all the speculation about what the future could look like for Montez Ford tonight has made believers out of many, many people, including Seth freaking Rollins.
Without question.